What is up, everybody? Specs Gaming here. I'm playing the Stanley Parable today. I've got no idea what the hell this game's about, but I'm going to jump right in. The end is never. Never the end is... I don't bloody know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm not Stanley, I'm Specs.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I'm employee number
Employee
1.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year.
Screw that.
And although others might have considered it soul-ending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he? I'll be bored
And then
shitless.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Oh,
Something
man.
was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. So, I've seen a
His
few...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, I've heard that you can actually...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, so... I don't know if you're supposed to actually listen to the guy narrating or if you're actually supposed to do your own thing, but... I don't know. Where the hell's the meeting room then? We're gonna go to the meeting room. Okay. Oh man, I hope some don't jump out, guys. I don't like it
When
with the...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I'm gonna go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, he did. Then he went through a door.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I'll take that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay, okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Okay, let's see about my boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, we down to it downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
No, it didn't.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Yes, it's
Why
true.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yes!
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream."
I'm crazy!
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What's that?
Why is there a voice in my head
Yeah.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Damn right!
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
No,
Believing
you're
that
mad.
if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Exactly.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh god, no, please don't jump out.
The cool weight
No.
of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh, it's so comfortable.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Yes. Yes.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I am totally
Let
over
me go
it.
back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Okay.
Everything will be fine.
This guy's voice is actually really comforting.
I am okay.
I am. I'm okay. Please don't jump out. No, I don't like it. But I'm not okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Whoa.
And everything went black.
What the shit, man? Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
What?
Although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Totally crazy.
In that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Okay.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So
No.
it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Huh? Okay. What? Was that it? Are you kidding me? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
Alright.
Stanley
So
decided
if I
to go to
don't
the meeting room. Perhaps
listen
he
to
had
this
simply missed a
guy,
memo.
he will kill me, pretty much. I go crazy and I die. Okay, this is...
When Stanley came to
Left.
a set of 2 open doors,
Yes, I
he
took the
entered the
left.
door on his left.
Okay. So I've got to listen to this guy. I will listen to him, because I'm not going to
Yet
go
there was
down...
not a single person here either.
No, so I've got to go
Feeling
upstairs.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Okay.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so I'll go up to my boss's office. I'll find the answer there. So I'm not going
Coming
down
to
there.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, he did. Whoa. Whoa! My boss is living like a king, man! Hello? Sir?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code
Okay.
by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, I've stepped here. Okay. Please. I don't want it to jump out at me. I don't like it. So I'm going down. Oh, man. I'm freaking scared. I'm scared. Not only did I fucking jump off a building and die in front of a woman, that now I'm like being taken down to a basement area.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would
Let
not
me
go
out!
unanswered for long.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
Mind
that
control
read
facility.
Mind Control Facility.
Oh. But there's something saying escape. Which one should I got? Shit! Okay, I'll go into the mind control facility. If I've got time, we'll go back to the escape. I just hope I don't die. I don't want to die.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I kind of want to find out, but at the same time I really don't want to. Because this actually looks kind of freaking terrifying. Okay, so I'm here. I'll push CCTV.
Now the monitors
Whoa.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
Fired.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What the hell? It's like some creepy ass pedophile, man. Be watching me. Where's the one with the bathrooms? Where's the bathroom one, you dirty pervert? Okay.
This
Fired.
mind control
Oh, that
facility,
guy's sacked.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Pirate.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't want to die.
No. He refused to believe it. He
I do.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
That's quite a
Was it even
way down,
possible?
man.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Have I? I don't know. Have I?
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Mind
Controls
control.
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I'm pooping.
As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, I do. I don't wanna. What's that do? Number 5 doesn't do. Man, doesn't do anything. Awaiting input. I'll show you. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up. I'm gonna mess everything up. Should I turn the power on or off? On or off? I'll turn it off. Oh crap! What the hell? What the hell's happened, guys? I thought I broke my PC, man. What the hell?
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know. No! Something gonna pop up. No, okay.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes, let me
And
out.
yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
I know.
Had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Damn it!
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that
Wow,
was all
it's
he
kind of
needed.
nice out here, actually.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Did I? Can't.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
The feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him.
Yeah.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And
Don't-
Stanley was happy.
Yes, I was. I was so damn happy. Is that it? Is that? I think that's it, guys. I think it's it. Yeah, it is. Okay, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. I'm gonna leave it there for today. Tell me if you want me to play more of this Stanley Parable. I don't understand it. Is there something supposed to jump out or what? I don't know. But tell me in the comments, guys, if you want me to play more. Okay, I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.